welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is going to be a new series that I thought about I might give it a go. And this is going to be looking at new upcoming horror and B-movies that are coming out in the UK within the next couple of months of this actual video. So we're going to have a look at a few films that you may see at the bottom shelf of your local supermarket DVD section. So let's start off by talking about Lake Fear 2, The Swamp. Actually, not at all anything to do with the original Lake Fear, which is good because that movie was rubbish. This movie is actually a retitled version of the movie The Everglade Killings, which actually stars Leanna Quigley. Well, I say stars, I don't think she's in it very much. It's going to be more like a cameo. So what is this movie about? So let me read you the synopsis. It's March in South Florida. The beach towns are flushed with good-looking young people for action and excitement. For one unlucky group of thrill-seeking spring breakers, their adventure leads to the black waters of the Florida Everglades, a place with mosquitoes the size of birds, snakes as long as school buses, and tens of thousands of flesh-ripping alligators. But beyond the scope of the traditional predators, famous for keeping the glades wild, is another phenomenon with two legs and an insatiable thirst for killing. Wow, sounds exciting, doesn't it? So that is Lake Fear 2, and that will be released on the 24th of April. Next one we're going to be talking about is Dead Awake, which will be released on the 15th of May. Now, this one, I believe, has actually already been released in the States under the same name, Dead Awake, and that actually came out, I believe, kind of just recently. Now, the story of this one, basically, a young woman must save herself and her friends from an ancient evil that stalked its victims through real-life phenomena of sleep paralysis. Paralysis? Oh, God, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. Next one we're going to be talking about is Out of the Shadows. Now, this is actually an older movie that was released in the States and has come to a different name on this one in the States, Seven Nights of Darkness. So this was actually released way back in 2011. And let's have a look at the synopsis here. On April the 30th, 2010, 6 reality television show contestants spent 7 nights in an abandoned haunted asylum. The show never aired, but an editor for the network was able to piece together some footage. The prize, staying all 7 nights, wins a share of $1 million that will be split amongst the contestants that didn't leave. No prize money was ever awarded. So it sounds like it's going to be a found footage movie, but I do have a bit of a sweet love for haunted asylum movies, so we may well be checking that one out. And on the subject of asylum movies, this one's called... Well, it's called The Asylum, and this one will be released in March 27th in 2017 in the UK. But this was originally titled 79 in the States, and it was actually released in 2013 in the States. Now, the asylum reads, an abandoned asylum, doctors carry out secret experiments on unsuspecting patients. The experiments, codename Limes, are designed to cure violent episodes through new methods of brainwashing and mind manipulation. Ooh, sounds exciting, doesn't it? So we'll have to see what The Asylum looks like when we actually do get to see it. All right, let's move on to the next. The Swarm. Actually, it's just called Swarm. Now, this one is going to be released on April 17th, 2017. Now, this one was originally released in 2013 under 2 different titles. So this was originally called, actually 3 different titles, would you believe? So this one's been called 6 Minutes of Death, The Library, and Warriors of the Sun. Now, this one, when you look at the cover of this one, I don't think this is going to be one of those films which is somewhat nothing really to do with the cover here. So this is the storyline for this one. A small town circa 1860, smallpox takes the life of a little boy. He enters a world that will get him prepared for and reincarnated for his next life. The library is a second chance, a place to select a storybook life and be reborn. The evil darkness that takes the boy to a lower earth. On all corners of the hell are fighting to keep him from reaching the next level. 4 guardians are sent to rescue him, but they only have 30 minutes. So doesn't sound anything to do with a swarm of bees like it is on the cover here. Maybe that's one section of it, I don't know. But be wary of this one, I would say. Doesn't think it's going to be anything like the cover will kid you into thinking this movie is. So anyway, that is The Swarm. Now, it's one of my personal favourites. This one I think is coming up not too long, actually. And this is called The Beaster Bunny. Now, we're actually going to be doing a contest on this one, hopefully. And this one's out on the 3rd of April in 2017. So what does this one have to say? Okay, now the original title of this one in the States is Beaster Day, Here Comes Peter Cottonhell. And this was released in 2014. I've got to say I prefer the Beaster Bunny, though, to be honest with you. A bit more snappy. A giant, bloodthirsty Easter Bunny starts viciously killing the local townsfolk when the mayor refuses to act and the attacks grow even more gruesome. The town finds its very survival in the hands of a wannabe actress and a crazy dog catcher. Sounds awesome. So that is a Beaster Bunny. Next up, we're going to be talking about The Resident. Now, with this film, there's actually a few films called The Resident, so it was kind of hard to actually get a lot of information on this one. But here's the description. Alone with a baby, feeling isolated, Joanna feels a growing sense of unease in her new apartment. Are the sinister noises, banging walls and whispering voices real, or is she losing her mind? Gradually uncovering the chilling history of her new home, she desperately clings to her sanity, whilst fearing the horrific events of the past have left a very real and malevolent presence. That one sounds actually quite fun, and that one is released on the 22nd of May 2017. So what is next? We have, well, this one is awesome, isn't it? Zombiesaurus. What is not to like? What is not to like about the movie Zombiesaurus? Now, this one's going to be released in June in 2017. This one's a little ways away, but let's have a check out what it's about. Now, this one in the States will be called Z-Rex, The Jurassic Dead. Not actually released in the States yet either. That's a couple of these aren't. And the tagline here is, a cracked scientist aligns with the axis of evil to bring down the US with a EMP blast, toxic zombification gas, and unleashing the ultimate undead killing monstrosity, the Z-Rex. When a hot-wired military squad and crew of college hipsters are thrown together to do something about it, chaotic predator thunder action runs amok. Wow. That is some Asylum stuff right there, isn't it? So, sounds alright though. I'll be watching that one. We're expecting a review of that one for definite. So there you go. That's 8 movies that are coming out, kind of horror B-movies. I might do this kind of series once in a while if it's people like it. So tell me what you think of any of these films that are coming up. I'm not saying any of them are any good. I haven't seen any of these yet. But if you have seen, there are a couple that have been released in the States. Some of them, most of them haven't been though. What are you excited for, if any, out of these? Let us know in the comment section and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.